Hey there, sports fans. Scott Travis here with another sports news update, and today I'm talking about the Patriots' state of the franchise, where they are coming after the preseason and the 4 exhibition games, heading into Week 1. I'd like to thank my sponsors to this point who have sponsored my sports updates and other commentaries. Luz Ortega Praise Hairspray Salon down at 259 Wickenden Street in Providence for all your beauty needs. My brother's company, Herb Travis Handyman Services, serving all of Rhode Island for all your home improvement and handyman needs. Check out his work at herbtravishandyman.com. Also, I'd like to mention another group. I happened to go and check out a couple Fridays ago, the Olive Tap up on 485 Angel Street. They have balsamic vinegars and olive oils, and on Friday nights they do tastings, and it's a nice little time. We actually checked it out. I would recommend it to everybody. If you guys go in, make sure you mention that I told you to go. They're hopefully in the process of becoming a sponsor, and it would probably be good for them to hear that you heard it from me. Okay, thanks. Let's get on to what we're here to hear about. We want to hear what I think of the Patriots. Well, okay, I'm just going to address this one time, and I might go a little bit off the reservation on this, but just bear with me on this. This whole Aaron Hernandez thing obviously is a big stain. It obviously is something where Bill Belichick and his whole empire has just erred so badly. The fact that no other team, the stories now, the Rolling Stone story, I'm not going to refer to it like it's the gospel, but I think there's some parts of it that make some sense as far as I'm concerned, if you look at all the facts that we've heard. But as far as that goes, I think I think what we ultimately are going to find out, and we won't find out until after this season, but we will find out if Hernandez's trial is next July, next August, because they're saying it's going to be next year. I think what we're going to find out is, and what could be a mitigating factor in all this, is what the Krafts family, Robert and son Jonathan, knew or did not know about Aaron Hernandez before they gave him the 5-year, $40 million deal. We're going to try and find that out, I think, as the trial unfolds, as evidence becomes presented. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to totally believe the Rolling Stone article, but I have a feeling, knowing the franchise, now this is just a feeling I have based on the fact that I do a little bit of thinking about things sometimes. But I have a feeling that when this is all said and done, I think it's going to come out that the Krafts didn't know half about Hernandez, to what his extent of his history was, what his associates were, what, to the extent that other teams shied away from him, and that it's going to come out at some point that Belichick will have had some more knowledge than he let on, and I think that could create a little bit of a rift in the relationship that's worked so well. I think the Krafts are at the point they are going to want to have a little bit more say in some of the personnel decisions as far as what people's backgrounds are. I think before they start giving out bonuses, 5, 10, 15, $20 million bonuses, they're going to want to know who they're giving it to. So I think team security is going to be evaluated, and I think there's going to be a lot going on to that effect. So as a result, I have a feeling we better pull for this Patriots team. I have a feeling this could be the swan song for Bill Belichick. Just call me crazy if you want, but what I'm thinking is, when this all comes out, it's going to lead to a rift, and it's going to lead to Belichick leaving. He will, quote, retire or resign, take a year off, do some TV. And if it coincides, I wouldn't be surprised to see him take over for when Tom Coughlin retires from the Giants. Just throwing it out there. Don't have any information or sources to back that up. I'm just giving you, that's what I wouldn't be surprised to see happen. Okay, let's move on to the roster. Okay, first of all, let's talk quickly about Tim Tebow. Everybody loved the kid at practices, in the locker rooms, in the meeting rooms. The owner, Robert Kraft, was all for him and is actually talking about love to see him come back. Belichick's even said he could come back. But I think what it came down to this was he didn't show that he could throw the football on a consistent basis with any accuracy. That's the bottom line. No matter how much you love him, he wasn't going to win you the game at quarterback. And the fact that he wanted to just play quarterback and pursue that, I think that's why we let him go, to see if anybody else would take a shot at it. But I don't think it's going to happen, because any team that brings him in, there's going to be clamor. If their starter stumbles, if there's, what have you, any kind of struggles, they're going to be yelling for Tebow. So it worked in New England, and when it didn't pan out that he wasn't going to be a quarterback, and for right now he's not willing to play any other positions, that was the best move. I think at some point, if he doesn't go to Canada to play quarterback or look at other options, I wouldn't be surprised to see if he tries to turn his career into something else and comes back to the Patriots at another position or whatever. If he could be an emergency number 3 and be a backup tight end and be a fullback and play some special teams, then he would have value. Having said that, you got to wish the guy the best of luck. Now, Tom Brady. It's the only 2 words you got to know. The only one name you have to understand. As long as Tom Brady's at quarterback, the Patriots are going to win the AFC East, and they're my pick to go to the Super Bowl. And if things work out, if the defense develops as it needs to, the Patriots should win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, nobody in the AFC scares me. Peyton Manning can't even win in the cold weather in his own stadium. He played terrible against Baltimore in that game, and they lost. How's he ever going to come into Foxborough where he can't beat us? So, I'm not worried about Denver. I think New England all the way to the Super Bowl. How do I think that? We have 14 rookies. We have all the young receivers. I don't know. I kind of like what I see. And again, we go back to Tom Brady. I really think this is going to be a good year, and it really will come down to that defense. Can they stop the teams, get off the field on 3rd and long? That's what I think. As far as Gronk, we've been worried about him, but he's looked good. He's coming back, and I think you'll see him within weeks 3 or 4, if not earlier. So that's what I think. I like the roster. I like the new guys, like I said, Sudfeld, Tompkins, Dobson, Amendola, the veteran, came in. This is going to be, Brady's going to have plenty of people to throw to. All the running backs look sharp. Ridley, Vereen, LeGarrette Blount, they're all looking solid. So it really just comes down to the young guys fitting in, understanding the Patriot way, and some good play by Tom Brady and his receivers. And that's what I think. You heard me here first. I'm calling Super Bowl victory. I'm Scott Travis. You can check out all my information. I post every day on all the big stories on Scott Travis Sports News. You can search me, Scott Travis Sports News, on YouTube to watch all my videos. And you can also follow me on Twitter at ScottTravisSN. Thanks for watching. I'll be talking to you soon. Go Pats.